shots, but with that type of stat line in 13 minutes in the first game back, and I don't even know how long he's been out, that's pretty impressive.
Do you feel like you kind of recaptured the Maui mojo a little bit, what you guys had going early in the year?
It felt good. It felt good to have some type of intensity and passion out there out of everybody. That's funny that you say that. Maui was really the last time that we had kind of that fire in us. And so today I think it was really good to see that out of pretty much everybody. And so if we continue to do that, I think we'll be all right.
What brought that out of you? Was it just a rivalry in the circumstances?
That's always big. And when you play somebody like NC State, you always want to get up for those games. But we knew also coming off of 2 games where we barely squeaked by Clemson, lost to Georgia Tech, we knew we had to play better defensively. And if we could come out with better intensity on that end, everything else would work out fine.
Was there ever a point today when the margin is growing to 20, 30, eventually up to 50 points when you're just kind of, what is going on here?
Honestly, I didn't even pay attention to it until I looked up there and we were up 33 at halftime. And, that just shows the type of intensity that we had. And it just kept on growing. Like I've said before, though, we kind of caught them on kind of a bad day offensively. And so, with that combined with the type of intensity that we had, we were able to do some big things.
Do you sense any kind of frustration or head hanging on their side?
I think everybody, if you're down 30 to 40 points, I think everybody will kind of get down a little bit. So, you can sense it a little bit. But for us, we try to just pay attention to us and try to keep on getting better every possession. I think we did that today.
Justin, are we reading too much into it if we say the passion came back because Pinson came back?
Maybe a little bit. Theo did a bunch of things for us today. He basically stuffed his stats in quite a few categories. But I think everybody kind of stepped their defensive game up. Joel played great defense. Nate played great whenever he got in. Kenny played great. The bigs played pretty well. So I think it was everybody, really stepped up. But having Theo back out there adds a different dimension to us. So he did some really big things for us, which was really good.
Yeah. Justin, third time in 8 games, he's made 6 or more threes. Has something changed? Are you in a more comfortable rhythm now?
Honestly, it's just the preparation that I had over the summer. I'm confident in myself knowing that I put in that work. That it'll just translate into the game. I past 2 games before this, I didn't shoot the ball very well. But from the preparation that I had over the summer and even before and after practice now, I have confidence in myself to be able to just knock it down.
Joel says all the right things with regard to questions about Dennis Smith and how it's not about the one-on-one and it's more of a team versus team deal. But do you sense from him kind of a challenge when he sees guys like Bronson Koenig, Fox from Kentucky, facing him and he steps up?
That's the type of competitor that Joel is. If he sees somebody that he might hear a whole lot about in the headlines or whatever it might be, he's going to get up and he's going to come out with all types of intensity. Dennis is a great player. He is a great player, and I think Joel knew that coming into the game, and he respected that enough to come out and play as hard as he did. Just the type of competitor that he is, he's going to do that every single day.
You guys had a 20-0 run in the first half, a 22-0 run in the second half. You were asked a little bit before about being able to keep it going. Human nature would suggest that when you have that in the first half, it's not going to be there in the second half. Why was it there for you guys?
Because Coach kept on saying that there were still things we could do better in. And he wanted us to just keep playing every possession like we were tied or down. And so, I think we really did that coming out in the second half. I didn't even know we had 20 and 22 runs. But coming out in the second half, there was kind of a down moment at the beginning. I think he said they outscored us by 7 in the first 6 minutes. But outside of those 6 minutes, I think we really brought it defensively. And when we bring it defensively, offensively, everything will come. But defensively, it can let us get out in transition, let us get easier shots. It just helps us a ton more.
Does it relax and energize the team having Theo back? Because some of the things you guys were lacking, he brings. He kind of fills in a lot of those cracks that you guys kind of had.
Yeah, I mean, Theo does a ton for us. I mean, you can just look at the stat sheet today. He didn't score, but he had 5 rebounds, had 4 steals, 5 assists. It's the amount of things that he does for our team outside of scoring is nobody else can do. And so to have that back and to have him out there, once he gets back into true game shape, I think it'll help us a ton more.